All right, let's jump right in. We are tackling a really big idea today, and it's all inspired by the work of Henrik Fexeus. It's this belief that you can master social skills at any point in your life. Seriously, no exceptions. So let's start with a question I think a lot of us have probably asked ourselves. Are people skills just some kind of natural gift? Something you either have or you don't? It's a really common feeling, but is it actually true? And that leads us perfectly into our first section here. Let's unpack this whole idea of the social genius. That person who just seems to get it right all the time, without even trying.
I mean, we've all seen them, haven't we? Those people who can walk into any room and just instantly connect. They always seem to know the right thing to say. It's so easy to look at them and just think, wow, they were just born that way. Like they're playing a totally different game.
But here's the twist. Here's where this whole idea gets flipped on its head. What if that's not the whole story? The core insight here is that this isn't some magical gift. It's a skill. And honestly, that changes everything. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got that fixed trait mindset, the idea that it's basically a lottery. You either win or you don't. But look at the right, the learnable skill mindset. This completely reframes social ability as something you can actively build, that you can improve, just like anything else you'd want to get good at. Now, the book uses this term mind reading, but let's be super clear about this. We're not talking about anything psychic or magical, not at all. Think of it more like a nickname for a whole set of real practical skills that just help you understand people better. It's all about perception, not magic. So, what is this skill actually made of? Well, it really just boils down to these three core parts. First, there's awareness of yourself and of other people. Second is observation, like really paying attention to what's going on around you. And third, there's emotional understanding, which is all about being able to connect with and sort of grasp the feelings of others. Okay, so if it's a skill and we know its components, how in the world do we get better at it? Well, the answer is actually really simple, but it's so powerful. It all comes down to practice. Now, what's really cool is the analogy on the slide. Just think about these skills, your awareness, your observation. Think of them like a muscle. It is such a great way to look at it because we all get how muscles work, right? So, how does that muscle grow? Well, it doesn't just happen by accident. It all starts with intentional focus. You have to decide to work on it. Then you start putting in the reps by actively observing, by listening more closely, and just like going to the gym, over time, that skill, that muscle, it just gets stronger. And this brings us to what might be the most empowering part of this whole idea. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's great, but I have years of bad habits. Is it too late for me? And the answer is a definite, absolute no. Your potential here is timeless. Just let that quote sink in for a second. This is really the heart of the message. Your past does not disqualify you from having a better future. Every single conversation, every interaction you have, it's a brand new opportunity to practice and to improve. The big takeaway here is you've got to let go of that idea that you're stuck. You're not. Every single day offers a clean slate, a new chance to become a better communicator, a more empathetic person, and just more self-aware in general. Which leaves us with this one last thought, this final forward-looking question. Look, this isn't about some massive overnight transformation. It's all about small, consistent steps. So what's one simple thing you can do today? I mean, maybe it's just putting your phone away during a conversation. Maybe it's asking one more follow-up question than you normally would. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, right? And your journey can start right now.